Today, I want to show y'all a new stitch that you may not know. This is called the inverted V-stitch, and you can add it to your creative library of stuff you know. It's super easy. If it was hard, I wouldn't do it. This comes out real pretty in variegated yarn, but as is inevitable, I never have exactly what I want in my stash, so we're going to use something that comes up good on camera. All right, let's do a slip knot. Any method you like to do your slip knot, that's not okay. You do what's easy for you. The stitch multiple for this particular stitch is multiples of 3 plus 2. So I'm going to do 20. That's a multiple of 3, gives me 18 plus 2 equals 20. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So it's just going to come out as a little bitty swatch. Now, if you want to make something useful as you're learning these stitches, acrylic yarn is not real expensive, and it makes a really good dishcloth. I prefer it to the bought ones because I just think it works that much better. It holds a good amount of soap and adds a good amount of friction that doesn't scratch Teflon or scratch up your good pans or your good dishes. So we have 20. We're going to count back 4 because this one on your hook never counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to yarn over and go into that first stitch and make a double crochet. So this first one here counts as a double crochet 2 together, and you're going to see when we do our repeat row how exactly that works. Yarn over, go into the same chain that last stitch was in, yarn over, pull through 2 and stop. Yarn over, skip a chain on the bottom, catch that next chain, yarn over, pull through 2. You have 4 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through 2. 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over, pull through all of them. See how you get in that little upside down V-stitch? Chain 1. And be careful with the chain 1s throughout this pattern. If you make them chain 1s too tight, your fabric's going to warp. So after your chain 1, yarn over, go into that shared leg of that stitch, yarn over, pull through 2 loops on your hook, stop there. Skip a chain on the bottom, go to the next one, yarn over, pull up a loop, 4 on the hook, pull through 2 and 3, chain 1. Pretty soon you're going to be slipping through this stitch like a hot knife through butter. It actually goes pretty quick once you get your rhythm, and there's very little counting. I call this like a landmark stitch because you're not really counting the stitches, but we will be going by landmarks. There we go. And we're going to do this all the way across. So how do y'all feel about it already? Something easy. And the difference between this and the classic V-stitch is that the classic V-stitch is a little bit more open, a little bit more lacy, and a lot more stretchy. You can use this pattern where you want something that recreates the spirit of the stacked arrows going up, but you don't want quite the stretch, and you need it a little more dense. Oh my gosh, you know what? I don't edit out mistakes like that because we all do it. And I think if I leave them in, it also shows you that I'm not afraid to back up, so you don't be afraid to back up. Pull out that stitch you didn't like and make it right. Yarn over, skip a chain on the bottom. Complete that inverted V. Chain 1. Now you've got 2 stitches left in the row. We're going to complete this row, that's be our sit-up row, with a double crochet 2 together. And we're going to do this exactly the same as we've been doing all across the row. When you get to your final stitch, go in there, pull up a loop, 4 loops on the hook, work it off 2 and 3. There you go. That is your sit-up row. Now here we go for the repeat row. This is so easy, y'all. I think that you're going to lose respect for me if I keep showing you all my tips and tricks, because all these beautiful things that I've made over the years, now you know it wasn't that hard. You know I'm fooling. I love sharing what I do. So chain 2 and turn your work. We are going to make a complete double crochet in that first negative space. You're going to ignore the stitches. You don't have to worry about counting, but we're going to go on to the next and work into this space right here. Three loops on your hook, close that. And see how we're getting these little arrow shapes to start stacking up. Chain 1. How you like that? Wouldn't this be pretty as a scarf in some variegated yarn? And I have a pretty impressive stash, so I bet I could go in that closet and find something that would work beautifully. And we just keep doing the same thing we've been doing. I love this project, and I hate to use the word mindless, but you're not doing a lot of counting here. There's not a lot of fiddly work. So you can relax and enjoy a conversation, watch a movie, do what you want to do. Chain 1. Sorry, I'm making a lot of noise over here. But you know what? Sometimes I have to fold laundry while I talk to y'all. All right, there's the half, the first leg of the double together. Make that second part. Chain 1. Go back into that shared leg. Catch that bottom one. Now you can work completely into that space right there, but I kind of like to go into the top of that stitch. I just think it gives a more finished look and tidier edges. So now we're going to do that same thing again. We're going to chain 2 and turn our work. Complete a double crochet in that first negative space. Now we're going to start doing the double crochet 2 together just as we have been. Oops, what am I doing? You know what? I had it right and I doubt myself. Do y'all ever do that? I do it at least 5 times a day. But my dog still loves me and everything comes out okay, so I don't worry too much about it. And there we go. That's what your swatch should look like. You can make this as wide as you want and go on as long as you want till you get sick of it or you run out of yarn. There you go. So I am going to continue to work on this project. You'll see this again in when funerals go wrong. If you want to listen to the story, move on over there. It's a separate video. I hope y'all enjoy. Thank you for joining me.